From atrocious rubbery suits to video game-like cutscenes, here's why The Flash has a huge CGI problem. For starters, almost everything in the trailer has been unimpressive.
Barry, what are you doing? Our kids are gonna want to see this.
I don't mean the overall plot of the movie, not that we got much info about it in the first place. I'm talking about the VFX, especially on the suit, which some call a massive downgrade. Remember the costume from Zack Snyder's Justice League? That thing was a work of art. The first suit that had a bunch of wires around it was made of silica-based quartz sand fabric, or as Bruce Wayne said, what they use on the space shuttle to prevent it from burning up on re-entry.
It's what they use on the space shuttle to prevent it from burning up on re-entry.
I do very competitive ice dancing.
Competitive ice dancing or not, the only thing better than seeing the outfit on display was seeing it in action. The best part is that it was 100% practical. No CGI involved whatsoever.
Oh, see, now that's cold. That's a betrayal. I feel stung by that.
Well, it was used for the running and lighting effect, of course. Ezra Miller can't run that fast, last I checked. Unless it's from the Hawaiian police. Too soon? Now, compare the previous suit with the new one. I mean, what exactly are we comparing? Why does it look so rubbery? Why is the helmet unusually big? And why is one of the suits just Batman's costume, sprayed in red?
It seems comfy. Yours is pretty cool.
Smooth.
Seems safe and
breathable.
So many questions, and we don't have the answer to any of them. Fans are really saddened to see all of this after how gorgeous Ezra looked the first time they appeared as the Flash.
Well, it is a competition, but, it's not like a macho measuring.
If only the suit was the last of our worries. The trailer has a lot of botchy effects. I'm talking about a downgraded General Zod and Metropolis returning on screen. Here's where you're going to have to start comparing. As you know, some of these scenes, like the World Engine, have already been shot, and we've seen them back in Man of Steel.
Release the World Engine.
Fans have pointed out how bad the newer version looks as compared to Snyder's work. Some think that it's a color grading issue. The reason Zod's destruction looked good back in 2013 was that darker colors were used. The Flash is a little too bright, making it look like a movie made by another studio I won't be naming. Even the glimpse at the Kryptonian suit looked bad with the bubble-like helmet. Some of the CGI issues could easily be fixed with a change in saturation here and there.
That feels like an oversimplification.
I'm putting together a team.
I mean, a decade-old movie looks miles better than this one, and it's 2023 for crying out loud. The Flash has been delayed so many times that some people don't even remember when it was supposed to initially release. Kryptonians aside, Gotham isn't doing any better either. Batman looks cartoonish, to say the least. Admit it, you noticed it too. Right off the bat, pun intended, we have Michael Keaton as the Caped Crusader.
I'm Batman. Too intense.
No, it's perfect.
People who are fans of the 1989 movie are going to have a field day with his return. But the actor is 70 years old. Does it not look weird the way he's moving around and fighting like that? I could have sworn the guy got thinner when his computer-generated model did the iconic dive.
Can I really be a guy who pretends like I can go out and beat up a lot of people when, you really can't?
And don't get me started with the last scene of the trailer. Hold on though, because I'm going in chronological order. Keaton as Batman can't possibly be the definitive version of the universe now that James Gunn is in charge. The reason they let go of Ben Affleck was because of his age, so this would be a little hypocritical, right?
Well, here I am.
I'm pretty sure that won't be the case, because half the budget of future projects would be spent on making Michael look younger and more mobile. Now, I'm not sure where the $200 million went on this, because again, some of the scenes look like something you'd see in a PS3 video game. Do you remember these things being an issue with Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman? No, right?
You don't understand. There's no time.
It's not just Snyder's films that were top tier. Wonder Woman and Aquaman both looked great, and all of them had similar budgets.
You say a word about this, you'll meet every piranha I know.
The Flash feels like it had the same budget as Shazam had. Since I'm comparing the trailer with previous DC content, I might as well point out the obvious. The CGI in the trailer looked like something you'd see in a CW show.
You thought the world was slowing down. It wasn't. You were moving so fast,
It only looked like everyone else was standing still.
Now, hold on. Remember season 1 of The Flash? That was literally peak DC content. Yes, the quality of the show and its visual effects declined rapidly. I just wanted to point out that one scene where we see two speedsters run into each other, touch each other's boots, and run in the opposite direction. Seriously, what was that? You'd probably see something similar happen in the CW series. I'm sure it makes sense with context, but the running and effects are very subpar. Fans are not happy with all these changes from Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Stop right there. I'm in.
You are?
Yeah, I need friends.
There's no way anything in this new movie will be as good as that one scene where Barry saves the entire league by going back in time. Still get chills thinking about it. Speaking of time travel, you should know that it'll play a huge role in the upcoming Solo film. It will also be very pivotal to the entire franchise. You probably know that The Flash releasing in June will serve as a soft reboot to the DC universe, which explains why half of the cast like Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot have packed their bags. But as they say, out with the old, in with the new. And we're presented with the lovely Sasha Calais, who'll be portraying Supergirl. Just because we finally get this character on the big screen doesn't automatically make her look good. Unsurprisingly, Superman had much better effects. Yes, it's time to criticize the new character in the DC universe. She looks great, no doubt, but visually, her flying is an eyesore. It's as bad as her laser beams. How hard is it to bring back the same stuff we saw in Man of Steel? The part where the two Barry Allens, Batman, and Kara are fighting at some snowy mountain was very interesting. Fans are saying it's something you'd see in a Call of Duty cutscene. It's a shame because Sasha was so excited to get this role, but it'll all be butchered with bad VFX. With the way things are running over at DC Studios, I doubt she'll even stick around in the long run. The Guardians of the Galaxy director and co-president announced his initial phase of the franchise, and Supergirl was nowhere to be seen. Perhaps she'll be a supporting character for the Superman film. Hopefully the VFX will improve by then. So, after the Super Bowl trailer, what do the fans have to say? Well, most of them are digging the movie, but not the CGI. Almost every tweet, comment, and review you'll see will have the same opinion. The Flash looks like a blast, but the VFX is atrocious. Fans of the Snyderverse found this to be the perfect opportunity to compare the new DC with their superior phase. The practicality of the action sequences looks exaggerated too, as pointed out by a Twitter user. This account noticed how in Man of Steel, when a Kryptonian punches a human, they explode, but in The Flash, he flies like a Looney Tunes character. Fans have also realized how Snyder was the only person to make Superman feel real and not some kind of god, but that's a conversation for another time. What matters is that the movie about DC's fastest man alive needs Superman characters and nostalgia to build its hype. Ezra's controversies aside, this film has no excuse to disappoint. If DC keeps this up, its future seems as uncertain as the average actor's career in the franchise, and that's why The Flash needs to fix its CGI.